So I'm someone that believes that there's only so much mental energy that we have every single day. And there's even obviously the things around dopamine as well, which is obviously a very big part of our ability to drive, or at least, to have drive towards meaningful things. And one of the things that I've seen kill my drive and my ability to get work done has been just being on my phone in the morning. Whether that is, the moment I wake up, whether that's a couple hours later or such, it's just not ideal. Now, for me personally, I aim to get the bulk of my work done in the morning. I aim to get two, maybe 90-minute sort of deep work sessions done for my game development. And I aim to get that done in the morning because I like to get, the more heavier bits out of the way in the morning so that later in the day, although I still want to get a little bit more work done, most of the sort of, the pressure and the things that I want to get done, I've already done in the morning. And what I'm finding is this: depending on, who you are and, how you are, there's only going to be so much, I guess maybe restriction that you might put in place in terms of, for example, how you're accessing things online. Some people will try and say, hey, try and detox from everything for a really, really long time. For me personally, and for quite a bit of time, I basically have, blockers and systems in place to prevent me from accessing things that could be quite stimulating, especially for the entire morning. Because the way I see it for me is ways that can free up my time and energy, and it can allow me to go, look, I actually can't even access those other things. I can't access, for example, YouTube or anything like that in the morning, other than the exceptions of a Saturday like today when I'm obviously recording and uploading. But even then, right, that stuff is just on my laptop, right? Like I can't actually access the stuff on my phone. And I think, especially in the world we live in today, where so much stuff is accessible to us, there's also the drawbacks in the sense that, well, if we wake up in the morning, whether it's first thing or, a couple hours later, and we start going on our phone, I think sometimes we just don't realize the immediate impact it has on us sometimes, when actually, even if we spent half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour on our phone, the stuff we could have done in that period of time would have actually been a lot more substantial. And for me, at least, I am still, on my phone and on my laptop, even later into the evening, like I'll still use it to watch content or whatever, right? I'm not some, massive exception or anything like that. The point of this video more so is just understanding when you should go on it. And for me, at least, well, honestly speaking, I have a lot of the stuff blocked on like my phone and my laptop from about 6 in the morning to about 3 in the afternoon. Because usually in that period of time is when I'm really trying to focus and get work done. And I also know that in those periods of time, excluding a Saturday when I do content, quite literally when I want to get the bulk of my work done. Might usually get a bit of work done, sort of outside of that period, but usually that's lighter work because I've done work more so in the earlier parts of the day. But yeah, a lot of this is really just more so something for you to consider, to just be a little bit more conscious about your energy. Because I find that I work best in the morning. I think that's somewhat similar for quite a few people. And again, it's like, if I found that if I'm being interrupted by notifications, by, content, or, I get a little bit bored and then I open up my phone or something, that's the sort of stuff which just stunts what I could have gotten done, in the day. So it's just things for you to consider. Let me know what you're currently doing if you've got a similar thing. And that said, I'll chat soon.